You must know you're the envy of probably every newsman around the country.
Yeah, that's what they say. I don't think we would be, though, if they really... it's fun that you're limited. The nice thing is being limited only by the stories you can dream up to do. You know. But we get disappointed. We just spent 2 long days in Winter Haven trying to do a story that just failed. It just simply did not come off. And about a dog in a shopping center. And that's very frustrating. Really, that dog just isn't good enough. So.
Okay, Bobby, we're ready whenever you want. All right. Rolling. Is being on the road really as much fun as you make it appear to be?
Well, yes, it really is a lot of fun. I mean, I suppose everybody would like the job of wandering around the country, meeting people and talking to them, and it genuinely is fun. There's no doubt, especially if you have a sort of tourist complex. You know, if you like the idea of finding something new around every corner.
You must realize you're probably the envy of every newsman around the country.
Yeah, I guess so.
What happens when vacation time rolls around? If you've been everywhere, what do you do for vacation?
That's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting problem. Do you know what? Last spring I drove around Spain for a vacation. My temptation is to go and just sit somewhere, but I really do like traveling.
Most of your stories seem to be remote or way out areas of the country. How do you find them?
Well, you know, the original idea was that we would just wander around the country, not knowing exactly where we were going. So we try to stick to that. I always know a story or two in Florida, for example, that we might do, but we hope that we'll get sidetracked and find something else just by talking to people in cafes and looking out the window of the bus. We'll see some kids flying kites and say, hey, let's do a kite flying story. So we stop and do it. And now a lot of good stories come in the mail. I guess I get, maybe 200 or 300 letters a week from people mostly saying, hey, if you think that was a grist mill, you ought to see the grist mill here in our town, that kind of letter. And a lot of them have good ideas.
You seem to have the ability to make a story out of something that nobody could imagine a story could be made out of.
Well, I don't know about that. I think there is it sounds corny to say so, but I really do believe that there is a story lurking somewhere inside of everybody if you can just get it out. And we have often kidded about the possibility of someday just closing our eyes and sticking a pin in a map and going there and really trying hard to find a story. I believe it could be done. I think that ordinary people make pretty good stories.
Who goes along with Charles Kuralt on the road?
Well, there are 3 of us, a marvelous cameraman named Izzy Bleckman, and a sound man, and an electrician who, we've worked together now for more than a year with this crew. And it's a voyage of discovery for them as much as it is for me. And if you've covered enough riots and insurrections and revolutions and demonstrations, after a while, doing a story about a horse trader in Texas seems like a wonderful idea.
I think you have a lot of fun. Okay, Jim.
All right.